Does your whole body jiggle with every step you take?
Yes, sir.
If so, this is the right podcast for you. Welcome to the Fat Podcast. I'm your co-host Jay. I'm with my other co-host
Zack.
And in this podcast, we discuss our weight loss journeys, and pretty much anything else that tweaks our interest, right?
Our health, wealth, love, and happiness journeys.
Yes.
Yeah, everything.
I'm not sure about the love bit, but...
Whoa.
You know.
Whoa. We all gotta have love for this world, you know what I mean?
Fucking whoa. Right, so... How have you been, Zachariah, in your personage?
In my personage?
Yeah.
Tired, man.
Tired?
Just this whole week.
I'm tired of your shit, too.
Whoa! Okay, I'm going to talk about this week as the week that just passed.
What?
But not in context to weight loss, because that's the week prior.
Okay. Yeah.
So, this week, as in actually this week, it's just been stressful, mate. It's been a bit stressed.
Yeah, some shit's gone down in the workspace.
Yeah.
Obviously, we won't discuss on the pod.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a bit stressful. And just life has been stressful this week. So I'm not sure how well I would have done for next week, which is the actual weigh day, but we'll talk about...
So your stress, you think, has impacted your dietary determination for the last week?
100%. And, I think my eye keeps twitching. Ever since,
Yeah, but that's tired. How have you been sleeping? I always get that when I get, real shit sleep for, 3 or 4 days.
I've been sleeping okay. I've not been sleeping badly. I've been, getting, 6, 7 at least.
Yeah,
but
that's
mostly,
not bad,
mostly, 8. I think it's just stress. It'll happen when I'm stressed. It's just, the tiny little...
Yeah, a little twitch. You can feel, the muscle and it's there going... I used to get that loads.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, one of my main things was... once I'm asleep...
Yeah.
I'm out like a light, can't wake me up.
Yeah.
But I went through a stage of just unable to reach it, just there staring at the ceiling until 3 o'clock every morning, you know?
That's not
and then
it.
after 2 or 3 days, I'm there my eyes are just twitching out, you know? And I'm just I need sleep.
I've been there. Luckily I haven't had
But I've never been medicated for sleep ever in my entire life.
Really?
Even when I've struggled for sleep, I've never made the jump or the leap to call a doctor and be can you give me some pills?
I don't think they get... I don't know if I've called about insomnia before when I was 18, 19, because I used to have it really bad. And they were like, have you tried just relaxing? I was like, what the fuck are you saying to me?
I think they try and keep you away from it as long as they possibly can.
Yeah, they definitely do. But yeah, I mean, yeah, luckily sleep's not an issue, which is weird. I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So I've been stressed, and I think... It's just something's got to give, man. You know what I mean? If everything's pressuring on from different angles.
Yeah.
Having, an extra packet of crisps or something. I say or something. That's literally the only junk food I could possibly have. Yeah. Because I'm not even sure if it's... I mean, I guess it's junk food, but it's a baked fucking crisp. I think that's okay, you know?
Yeah, I think... I don't think crisp would count as junk food, right?
I said no sweets or chocolates, so technically I'm still on it. I've extended that in my mind anyway to cookies and cakes and stuff.
I'm just questioning this. No sweets or chocolate. The man is currently drinking an energy drink.
Yeah.
Does that not fall under sweets? There's more sugar than that.
I treat this as medication. Okay, because I'm fucking exhausted.
I was about to say, because there's more sugar than that.
I'll still have coffee.
I'm going to get one out of my
And you can have sugar-free energy drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I hate energy drinks. I just need the energy. So it's not like I'm cheating with
See, that's the problem with me. I fucking love them. I reckon they taste lush. These ones, Red Bull, I think tastes like piss. You know, if I was ever to try piss, I reckon it must taste like Red Bull. And I think the problem with it is obviously... Actually, I don't know now, because Monster's massive as well, isn't it? But back in the day, energy drink-wise... The big boy was Red Bull, wasn't it? It was Red Bull and all of the little boys.
100%.
So I reckon companies just forever have been trying to replicate the Red Bull taste. So even loads of other ones, I'm no, tastes like piss. Because they're just trying to make it taste like Red Bull.
They replicate everything else. Fucking look at this can. Just fucking, the top is the weird little ovalish mouth with a point.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I hate the taste of energy drinks. I just need energy. I'm so tired. So tired all the time this week. Holy shit.
God dang.
Yeah.
So your week has just been tiredness and stress, really?
Yeah, I've tried to be...
And overeating or just eating bad things?
I don't think I've been overeating, but I've just been like, I've had 3 pizzas this week.
God damn.
Usually it's 1 or 2. But
Mate, pizzas are bad. Like, as in Domino's.
No. Like homemade pizza.
Homemade pizza.
Or like, yeah, pretty much all. Because I'll have like the cheap Asda base and I'll make my own pizza from that.
Oh, so you like buy the base and then put stuff on it and cook it after?
But then I also make, well, I say I make, my girlfriend makes the base for a pizza and then I'll like make the rest of it.
Nice. To be fair, making the base is probably the worst bit.
Yeah, 100%. But, yeah, and I just haven't been paying attention. Like, I'll be like, okay, that's my one meal for the day, but I'll have, like, even if it's, like, fruit, like, I'll have, like, 3 oranges, because I'm like, I just need food in my body. I feel like I need food. I need to satiate some kind of hunger. So, yeah, I think I had, like, 4 oranges in one sitting. Yeah, but it's been how's your week been?
Mate, much like you, if we're going to do this, we'll talk about the week that's passed in terms of our personage.
For right now.
Yeah.
And then when we get up to the weight, we'll talk about
That's
the
week prior, yeah.
We need to, down the line.
That's what I mean. We need to probably,
down the line,
I reckon, in between seasons, we need to swap our weigh day back to a Friday.
Yeah, or a Sunday. If we do it on the Sunday, we'd be like, hey, we weighed this morning, because we're doing this one right now on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's a Sunday again. But the pod day is Saturday, Zack. And you fucked it up.
Whoa! I fucked it up this week. You fucked it up last week. That's an equal gimme right there.
True. But 2 wrongs don't make a right.
But yeah, I think at some point changing it back to,
so we're actually talking about the week we just
to
had.
a Sunday would be advantageous
because we're literally going to weigh tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
So like even the data we show is like 6 days
less than 24 hours we're gonna weigh. So yeah, it feels.
But
good.
Yeah, in my personage, all good, man. I've had a great week, really. I've had a great week, and weirdly, because a lot of shit happened in the football space this week. Like Mason Greenwood and stuff. I don't want to talk about it on the podcast because it's not nice shit. Right. Sure. But even outside that, because I'm a Man United fan, even outside that horrible shit, United have been shit. Right,
yeah.
For ages. And, like, they're not... In this season, they're not going to compete for anything.
Yeah.
Like, they went out of the FA Cup last weekend, and I didn't even watch the game. I just went to bed, right? But I've been so chill since... because I'm like, they're not going to compete for anything. They're not going to win any trophies. Why am I watching the games?
Yeah.
Like, it's like... For me now, it's like when my dad goes, oh, do you want to come round and watch this game? Because I recorded it from Wednesday, and I'm like, no. It's like, it's recorded. I know the result. And it's kind of like that, because I know the result. The result is they ain't winning anything, no matter what I do when I watch. So now I just I'm back to just looking at my phone like, oh, goal went in.
We've had this conversation, I don't know how many times. I think about 1,000 times. But I still don't get it. I don't understand how you find football engaging.
I find football engaging.
I find the World Cup engaging.
Yeah.
Mainly because I think, once again, I'm not a person who's like, national pride or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun to be like, the atmosphere of the world.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere of the country being like, let's fucking do this. I fucking love that, right? Mm-hmm. But, like, I'd probably be the same if I was in, like, fucking Spain.
It's different though, right? Because in Bristol, probably have, like, City and Bristol fans like, what the fuck? But in Bristol, we're not a massively big footballing city. Like, we don't have a team in the top tier of football, so it's not like a big thing. Even though we're a massive city, there's not a big focus on football. Like, I think if you were to live in, like, some parts of London, like if you lived in, like, North London, like with Arsenal and Tottenham and stuff like that, I think you'd see that difference. Like you're talking about, like, everyone around you in England are all like, come on England, a World Cup. You'd have that in these big footballing cities around their clubs.
Yeah.
Like there'd be stuff everywhere like, come on, like, and you'd maybe get into it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I love football. My whole family's loved football for bloody donkey's years. I'm probably the most fanatical out of everyone. Interesting. But everyone in my immediate family, I can't speak outside of that. But they're so shit they're run so badly, like the actual club from like a board level, they're run so badly.
You're talking about Bristol.
Man United. I'm talking about Man United
okay,
now.
right.
Yeah. So, because my interest in football is anchored by United and how they do it. So, clubs run badly. Some players are good, but most of the players are either bad footballers or bad people, and I don't mean in the same way Greenwood may or may not be a bad person. I mean like just not good characters to have in a football club. And we're not in any cups or anything, so I've just lost all interest like this season, and I'm just sat here going, I can't wait in a footballing sense till May when the season's done. Yeah. And I don't have to think about it
When's
anymore.
the new season after May?
August.
Okay.
Yeah, so August.
When's the World Cup?
Every 4 years.
But didn't it get moved? Wasn't it?
It got moved, but not to winter instead of summer. So it's next winter.
It's next winter?
Yeah.
Lame. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. It's because it's in fucking Qatar. So in the summer, you'd boil.
Fair.
You know? So, yeah. So they got to have it in the winter. But yeah. Reverse. I remove that from my normal thinking pathways for the week because I just haven't thought about it. Like the other day, my cousin texted me because United lost a game on penalties. Yeah. And he texted me, but he texted me on the night, and I'd just gone to bed. And I wake up in the morning, and he was trying to banter me, going, "Hey, United lost," and I literally felt nothing. I was just like, "Oh well," and I was just like, "Oh," so I went and watched highlights on my phone. I was like, "Yeah, United were shit. Shocker. This is something I know already."
This is another layer that I can't comprehend. I can't.
What, banter?
The idea of not banter. Oh. I can understand banter. The idea that you have it so intrinsically linked to, because you yourself say not nice, but if you're on YouTube, right? Yeah. 90% of the content is football content.
Yeah, easily.
And the idea that you're I don't give a fuck about Man U the rest of the season. The idea that you can turn it on and off, or that it can turn on and off, is so fucking bizarre to me.
Yeah, but the thing is with YouTube, I think it's 90% because I'm interested in the sport. Yeah, not just Man United. So I'm interested in the sport. So I got Arsenal channels, Spurs channels, Liverpool channels, all that stuff, all subscribed to on my thing because I like hearing about football, not just United in this little space.
When you look at Liverpool news or fucking Arsenal news, right? I'm saying this because I know we have listeners that don't give a fuck about football. And are interested to know why the hell you like it, right? Yeah. So when you listen to Arsenal, Tottenham, whatever, right? Are you looking for I hope they just drafted a shit player or something? No.
Really? I like, because I don't like professional. There's some I do, but on a whole, I usually don't like professional punditry when it comes to football. Okay. I don't like professional commentary. Yeah. Because really, once they're out of the club, they don't have any connection to it. They're not running anything. Their opinion means no more than mine. Really, it's just that they're on telly, right? Yeah, I suppose. And I always have thought and still do believe that football's for the people. Yeah. So I think their opinion probably matters even more, in my opinion. Yeah. My opinion. Saying opinion a lot. But yeah, and I like seeing... It's kind of like in a debate. I just like seeing whether my view on something is the majority or the minority in terms of football. Yeah. So I watch and they're discussing something that I have a view on. And I'm like, fucking hell. I'm alone in this room. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Or sometimes I'm like, yeah, see? Everyone is saying what I'm saying.
Do you take pride in that when you're different? Or are you well, am I missing something?
I don't take pride. I just I see it as a learning thing. So say I go into something, I have a view, and then I watch videos, and then they're all agreeing with me. I'm kind of like, I must know everything that I need to know. Yeah. If everyone's agreeing. Yeah. But if I go in there and I'm like, fucking hell, they're literally not agreeing with anything I'm saying, I'm like, I must be missing something. Yeah. So I just go and search for it. Why are they saying this? You know? Yeah. And then maybe change my opinion.
I'll have that with debates, where I'm just someone, no, you'll not know any of the people that I'm going to talk about.
Our viewers, listeners might.
But there's I don't want to call people out by name either, but there are people online
Yeah.
There are very, very famous like politics Twitch streamers, right?
Yeah.
That have nothing but dog shit take after dog shit take, and the entire fucking collective of their chat's like, "Oh my god, yeah, you're so brave. Oh my god." I'm like, no, why are you? What the fuck?
Celebrating ridiculousness.
And it seems like, for the most part, anyway. I sent you a guy called Destiny, right?
Yeah.
For the most part,
Your
he hates everyone.
It's a good stance.
Yeah,
I will say it's a good stance.
He's
usually.
like James O'Brien, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I hate lefties because of X. I hate right wing because of X.
Yeah.
I hate liberals because of X.
As James O'Brien would say, politically homeless. Yeah.
And it's weird because I like to think I'm a relatively like positive guy. I don't like to, in general, hate on people.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, but this perspective too, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's refreshing to have someone who just fucking takes the piss out of everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, yeah, why isn't... Because all these people, they'll talk to the people that will agree with them.
Yeah.
And not be like, oh, but X. Actually have a good debate. They typically avoid each other. It's always like easy dunks on one person or something like that. Which obviously Destiny will do as well.
Yeah.
And I think everyone in the political sphere will do. But yeah, it's refreshing to occasionally see people legitimately challenged rather than just like ad hominems and shit.
Yeah. I like Destiny.
Mm.
Not enough to... Because I find like every single video I try and find of Destiny is like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
You know, like there's never just like, oh, this nice short clip of 15 minutes of Destiny like destroying someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, fuck me, I can't listen to this. And it's usually because he's one of those people that like really left-leaning people will hate.
Yeah.
Right?
But then also
so, like,
right-wing people will hate as well, yeah.
So like he's always coming into like on YouTube, there's so like the one I was looking at the other day, there's so many like all these Twitch streamers, like 12 of them in a chat together just waffling crap.
Yeah.
And then he'll join because he's been listening to them talk about him and just chat bollocks. So he comes in, he's like, I'm gonna have to come in here to just like straighten shit out.
Yeah.
But then whilst he's trying to, they're just shouting at him. And he's like, look, chill. And he's got this like way of speaking which is kind of like James O'Brien is a little bit more outwardly with his sarcasm. But it's almost so subtle with Destiny that the people he's talking to usually don't know he's joking, which makes it even funnier. Like that amazing guy.
Yeah. Amazing!
That like he's there going, he's saying stuff to this guy and he is honestly believing every word he said. And you can see on his face he's even smiling. He's no matter what they say, this guy, I can't even believe that fucking video.
It's fucking
We'll watch that
hilarious,
video
right?
one day on the pod, but mate,
It's
that is
fantastic.
ridiculous. But yeah, personage-wise, we're both good. No, you're stressed.
I'm stressed.
You're stressed, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see the weight. It might be the reverse.
Oh, God. Right, so we move into the next part and hang my head in shame now.
There's no shame. There's no shame, brother. It's funny because we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
You go first. You tell us. You've had a week to think about how you feel.
Yeah. So obviously, added some extra visual aids on a day when I got a red fucking arrow. Yeah. So Zack did really well again. Really well. Another 2.4, I think it was. Wasn't it?
Quick maths. Fuck. 2.2.
2.2. Another 2.2.
So exactly
exactly the same as the week before. Yeah. So yeah. Did brilliantly.
It was 2.4 that last week, but whatever. That's fine.
Yeah. What?
It's 2.4 the week before.
Was it?
Yeah.
So
I think.
You think?
Maths.
So yeah, 13% of your total goal weight gone now, and 4.61%.
Feels good. I'm starting to almost again. It could just be. I was going to say psychosexual.
Because all I'm
it
going to
could be psychosomatic.
Yeah, because all I'm going to say is, remember last week when he was there? Sure, he was like, "I've plateaued, man."
True.
So I can feel it in my bones.
That's the thing. I'm still not. I haven't used my fitness pal in a month.
I wouldn't either. Crap app. Lose
it,
it, bro.
Or lose it, whatever, right? I haven't used either of those things. I haven't tracked anything in a month. I'm just like, yo, I'm just going to have one meal a day and whatever the fuck I want. If I want, like, chips and a wrap, I'll get chips and a wrap. But that's all I'm eating for the day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go hard on it.
I will say, though,
What?
and I don't mean this to be mean,
Oh, great.
right?
Yeah.
But you can because you're that overweight.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, if you just said, I'm just going to eat healthy, and especially if you're doing what you're doing, which is, I'm going to eat once, for you to maintain your eat once meal would have to be like, what? 2,700 calories, something fucking ludicrous.
A fucking
you know,
mega,
and you're just
like
not, unless it's going to be a Domino's pizza, you ain't going to get it, are you? You're not going to do it, you know? So, yeah, I think you're fine doing this.
For a while.
Yeah,
I
you know
think
what I mean?
too.
And especially, it's only whether you can keep up with being happy to just eat once a day. I think it's a total mental thing for you.
I think so. I think, on the whole, like, intermittent fast, I don't like saying it because it seems like a fucking... It seems like I'm joining part of a cult of people who intermittent fast. It's something that I technically do. I don't really like calling it that. But basically, it's one meal a day. And throughout the whole day, my energy is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
If it's shit that day, it's shit that day, but it's going to be the same. It's not going to have, like, peaks and troughs, really. And if it's a good day, I'll have high energy pretty much until I eat food. And then I'll be a bit tired after I eat food. But it's like 6 p.m. by that point. So I'm like, fair enough, I'm relaxing.
Tired now,
exactly.
Sleep in a couple hours. Yeah.
So that's really interesting. Like, I'll even... Because I went last week for work.
Yeah.
I was at, like, 8 different sites for 2 days.
Yeah.
And I had to walk around the entire site each time.
Yeah.
I did all of those fully fasted.
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't eaten until before, like... I'd eaten the previous night before, like, 6.
It's 6, yeah. So you've gone, like, fuck knows, like, what, 15 hours?
Yeah.
When you're doing it in
so
the morning
walking,
anyway.
like... I think one day it was, like, 5,000 steps. The other day it was, like, 3,000 steps.
Yeah.
Just, like, on an empty stomach, fully fine. And then I wasn't even hungry.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I was going to pass out or anything. I was just like, cool, I'll eat later.
You're doing it so long now, you're probably conditioning yourself now,
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah, I think
You know?
so, which is good. Which I like that.
I kind of had the same thing, like, back when I was doing the fasting. Like, I wouldn't be hungry on fast days.
Yeah.
But until, like, that time when I'd always eat, like, on a 5:30 time, I'd have my 500 calorie meal. I call it a meal, but it was just, like, a breast of chicken and some peas, right? But then I'd be starving.
Yeah,
Like, I'd be but it would be like instant. Like, the whole day I've been fine, and then 5 o'clock comes, and my body's like, "It's eat."
It's like when you're about to take a cracking shit. You're close to the bathroom. You're like, "Fuck."
Yeah. So yeah, I think, and it's working for you, mate. And I think it probably will for a fair few weeks yet.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope
Probably
right.
a couple of months, to be fair.
I'm fucking down with that.
But
shit.
the thing is, it's kind of like, you know what, you already know what you have to do. As soon as, like, you step on those scales, probably this coming week on Monday when you weigh, probably not the best time because you said you've not been great.
I haven't been great, but to be fair, I haven't been, like, terrible. And because I have that...
No, but I just mean in a sense of, if you don't lose this week, it's probably not a plateau. It's just because you...
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%, yeah. I think... And you said recently that it's not discipline, what I'm doing, right?
It's not.
Holy fucking shit. It's so wrong, it's insane.
It's not
Because
discipline.
basically... Oh, I don't want to be too loud. I spent... You can ask my girlfriend if you don't believe me. I spent probably
You can ask his girlfriend, guys.
about 2 hours this week
Yeah.
just sniffing things. I sniffed...
Oh, I believe you, because you're a bit of a
sniffed
weirdo.
chocolate chip cookies. Oh my god. I did that for about half an hour until it lost its smell.
Just sat there.
I was just like, okay, that's one
Nothing
cookie.
smells as good as a chocolate muffin.
Oh, I haven't tried muffins. I might get muffins from my girlfriend to sniff them up.
And like vanilla muffins, just...
Oh my god! And I sniffed some jammy Dodgers. That was good. I got my girlfriend a birthday cake just so I could smell it. It was it's funny how closely linked smell is to eating. So I'm like, okay, that's a little bit of something. But I think having that rule has definitely helped me this week more than any other week.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't, I would have probably added like an extra 5,000 calories this week, just from like chocolates,
Cakes.
Because it's comfort eating, man. It's so fucking real.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Mate, honestly, if I was to do your challenge, it would be fucked up simply by going in the office.
Really?
Yeah, for work, because like cakes and shit are always in the office, man. And it's not just like someone's gone to Tesco and bought some cakes. Like someone's baked a fucking cake.
Homemade,
yeah. Homemade banging cake, you know. But yeah, I think done brilliantly. On the other side, not so much. Yeah, I proper just flubbed off the wagon, mate.
Yeah.
I fell off and just kept rolling, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, and I even started my lose it again. Like, I didn't
Like
reset
reset-
all the data,
Oh, okay.
but I just didn't fucking record it. So now I'm on like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day instead of 20 something I was on.
Oh.
But yeah, put on fucking £2 because one day I had I had McDonald's in the So one of the days my missus went out for the day, so I had to sort myself lunch, and I don't cook for myself. I always think it's like a wasted. I don't know why, but I'm just like, I'm not fucking cooking food just for me.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
sure. Yeah.
So I went and had a McDonald's, and at that point it was fine because I was like, if I just have this, I can keep this in my calories. That's no problem. You know what I mean? And I had like, I don't know, by the time I finished my McDonald's, probably like 300 calories left for the day. So I'm like, sound. I was like, if I get hungry, I can have some mini cheddars, something like that, right?
Yeah.
But then I go pick up my missus from what she's doing. She's been at a Prosecco brunch, so she's drunk. She's like, we need to go get some munch. Go get some munch.
Yeah.
I've fucked up the story. Because at one of McDonald's I got Domino's for myself.
Right.
So I got Domino's for myself.
Yeah.
Medium pizza, and it came with some chicken strippers, which bring me up to like 300 calories left for the day. And then she was drunk. I picked her up and she's like, we got to go to McDonald's. And I'm like, I'll get you a McDonald's. We can go get you a McDonald's. That's fine. And I pull up, and it's my weakness, man, as I keep saying. I was just like, mate, double quarter pounder, triple cheeseburger, 6 nuggies, and then just went over by like 1,500.
Oh, fuck.
You know? And then I was just like, and then the next day, we had something else. Can't remember what we had. It wasn't a McDonald's, but it was some form of takeaway. And I just rinsed over that as well. And just like for about 3 days, I was just
off. Fully on
Yeah,
the road.
fully off.
Wagon's been going, but you haven't been on it. Yeah.
And then I was just saying, and then we had a conversation, and I was like, look, it's fine that we fell off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the most important thing is that we get back on. So I'm like, Monday, we restart again, and we just forget this ever happened.
Why do we fall off the horse, Mastermind?
Exactly, and we did. You know, so the last few
this week, basically. I don't know if you want to say it here or
I'm not going to, yeah. But yeah, so terrible week. I put on £2. So yeah, back under 10%. So now I got to hit that milestone again. You know, so back under 10%, 2%, but I foresee you're like miles ahead of me now, like nearly double.
Nah, but I tell you what though.
Well, you are double in total body weight lost.
Yeah.
But total to goal weight, you're not quite double yet.
But what I will say is 2 things.
Yeah.
One, I reckon this week you're going to lose like 5 pounds or something.
If I do, I'll be happy.
Because you've been up, so you probably catch up, I think anyway.
Yeah.
And then 2, if you can get back on consistently after this, you're miles more impressive than me. You are though. You honestly are.
No.
100%. Because I find it fucking...
I just want the arrow to be green. You know what I mean? That's next week. I just want that arrow to be green. That's it.
Yeah, I get you. But like, yeah, for me, like, the hardest... I beat myself up if I do... This is why I don't start a lot of things, to be fair. But I'll beat myself up if I fall off the wagon. I'll probably be like depressed for like 2 weeks. 100%. So if you could get back on, if you've gotten back on after like a few days off, like fully off, like Domino's and Macca's in 1 day fully off, that's impressive as fuck to me anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, just had a blowout. So yeah, currently sat on 333.2. Zack, you're on 27.3.4. Yeah, back to 333. It says 333 on there twice. It's not good.
I reckon you'll be under 330. That's my thinking.
Under 330 tomorrow. Tomorrow away day.
God,
yeah.
We really did change the day.
That'd be nice. It's weird because, you know, we've had this conversation before where you have days or weeks or whatever where you feel you've lost weight. You can just feel it.
Yeah.
I feel I have. You know? So that's a good feeling. I feel I have. So hopefully the trend line will start going back down again because I decided to add the trend lines. And mine started curving back up again.
It's alright.
So I got to go back down. But yeah, if I don't lose any I'd be fucking flabbergasted. You know what I mean?
Be like,
because I've been good, but
yeah. Thing is, you're still not on fast days, so you still have those two in the fucking chamber.
Yeah.
So yeah, I reckon you'll lose anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're still very much ahead.
It's not a competition.
Maybe I should change the verses to and.
Maybe,
and Jay.
yeah. Unless it helps you in some way. But
it does. Well, you know me, I'm a competitive person anyway. So it definitely does help me. Like, I'm telling you, if I ever get ahead of you,
yeah,
I'm bringing the pain to you. Man, you know what I mean? I'm joking. I'm joking.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind some banter, especially if I was like plateauing or something.
Yeah.
And if you got ahead of me and you started bantering, 100%, I would work harder, 100%. But bullying works, kids.
It does. I used to say on the old pod, didn't I? Said a little bit of fat shaming helps.
100%. I think it's really, especially like, see, after not having, because like, you can never really tell that much in my face, apart from like the past like, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds. What I've almost lost, basically.
Yeah. Is
when it really started getting into my face.
Yeah.
So for the most part, like, on Zoom during the pandemic, you couldn't tell what was going on down below. No. So you walk in the office... I say this to you all the time. I say you look thin on camera. Yeah. Yeah. So go in the office after the pandemic, and no one mentions anything, but everyone's thinking, God damn! You know what I mean?
No one's going to say anything to you,
exactly,
right? They're just like... Yeah, I remember I went in the office... And unknown person, I won't say their name, but this lady, I walked into the kitchen, and it was just after I'd weighed like a week prior, and I'd be like, fuck me, I've put on like 5 stone in fucking lockdown, right?
Yeah.
And I'm making a cup of tea. She looked at me and went, have you lost weight, Jay? And I was like, don't even fucking lie to me. Don't even, just trying to be nice. Just trying to be nice. But anyway, that's our weekly fat update for the Fat Podcast. I'm more fat. Zack is a little bit less fat.
A little bit less fat.
So, next up, we have TRU FAX.
Everyone's favourite segment.
Favourites. In this segment, we both bring something to the table that we think the other person won't know and is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
May have forgotten the assignment again.
And it doesn't have to be... It doesn't have to be... funny. It just be anything. It just has to be true.
Be anything. Yeah, exactly.
So last week we started with mine. So this week we'll start with yours, Zachariah.
Oh shit! I know what it is.
Oh, veg news! Oh my god! Plant-based meat will be cheaper than animal meat sooner than you think.
Basically, 2023.
It fucking should be already.
It should be already.
You know what I mean?
That's the top comment when I saw it on Reddit originally.
Yeah.
They were like, "What do you mean sooner than we think? It should have been here 10 years ago."
Goddamn adverts. Yeah, it's ridiculous that it's more expensive. It's the reason why it's the reason why I find it so hard to buy corn. Because, it's on the fucking... It's in the shop, and, there's mince, which is good fucking beef mince, and you know it tastes good. And then there's corn mince, and it's like £2 error. And you're like, why am I paying £2 for egg? You know what I mean? I'm just like, it should be... And, I've noticed, I watch a show with my girlfriend called The Cabins, right? And it's on ITV, so I'm forced to watch adverts. It's the only thing I watch where I have to watch adverts, right? And so many places are using this Beyond Meat company.
Yeah,
is it a company or
Beyond and Impossible? Yeah.
Yeah, like McDonald's, the McPlant Burger is made by Beyond Meat.
Oh,
or in collaboration with Beyond Meat. So many different, I think the KFC chicken nuggets are Beyond Meat. Apparently they taste like absolute ass.
This is one of my obsessions I've had the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I keep sending you the guy.
Yeah.
If you guys know the gif of my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined, that guy, he reviewed them.
Yeah.
And he was ripping them apart. And I was like, these look foul. They look like rubber.
Because it's funny, right? I always say, I'm a meat eater, I want meat in my burger, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that's a front for, I want my burger to taste like a beef burger. So, if they made a Beyond Burger that tastes like a fucking beef, I'd buy it.
Would you actually... Because this is the thing I want to bring up, because we have very differing opinions on veganism and vegetarianism stuff, right? I think in the next 10 years, I'm probably going to be vegan.
Oh. Yeah.
Probably vegetarian in the next 5 again, right?
Yeah.
But I'm giving myself leeway for the next 5 years to do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Could be wrong, but it's likely what I think is going to happen. You fucking despise veganism.
I do. I don't. Not. It's not the. It's not veganism.
Right?
I think veganism attracts the worst kind of people. Not in terms of murderers, in terms of people that are pretentious.
I can hear our viewer count dropping.
Obviously, there's exceptions to every rule. Every single rule. You know what I mean? But I just hate... I can't stand the high horseness of it. And it's like, I go on my Facebook now, and I guarantee you, within like 3 fucking thumb swipes, there will be some prat on my Facebook, like, taking a picture of his fucking McDonald's McPlant and just going, oh, bought one of these today. They taste so much better than the normal burgers. No, they don't. They taste so much better than the normal burgers. Hashtag vegan. Hashtag veganism. Hashtag love animals.
They taste okay at best.
You know? But, and that's the bit I don't like. It's not the actual practice of being a vegan. Like, if someone was a vegan, like, I don't understand why... I guess me even saying most vegans is not right, because it's just like anything. The loudest people, the loudest minority, yeah. Right? But I don't understand why people can't take to veganism or vegetarianism how I take to meat eating. I don't tell you every 5 minutes that I eat meat.
Not every 5 minutes.
So don't tell me every 5 minutes that you don't.
No, I agree.
You know?
And I think a lot of my family, most of my family is vegan.
Yeah.
And they've definitely not in a way that's actually pushy or preachy.
Yeah.
Not at all. But they're like, hey, you know you could substitute this for this. It's more like suggestions, right? Which I find to be fine, right? Because they're like, oh, I don't know if you knew this, but they have like these tasty corn nuggets now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. But for the most part, I'd just be like, I mean chicken nuggets. Yeah. But
I'd be like, you know, you can substitute your talking for silence.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
But it's interesting. I wanted to bring up this conversation because I also had a conversation with one of my siblings about the whole, how do you get people to become vegan, right?
You let them find it on their own.
I don't know what the right answer is, but I don't think the way most vegans do it is completely wrong. What I'd be doing is I'd be walking into a Macca's and be like, yo, we all love some chicken nuggets. I got some meat-free chicken nuggets outside for free, and I'll give you £5 if you tell me what you think. 100%. So you guerrilla market. You don't hate against the people for what they're doing.
Yeah.
But you say, hey, here's another option. If you want it, here are incentives. You might want to try it.
Yeah. It's always like the meat is murder shit.
Yeah.
And they'll go around calling people murderers. It's like you're not going to do
How
it.
you ever going to convert people that way? It's insane. And plus, the bar to... Because my sibling, he...
Because I remember there was a story in America about some meat is murder people like protesting outside of a really big KFC in America. And they're interviewing like them all, and they're all outside chanting, and then there's just this one bloke in the outside seating just yamming on a bucket of chicken, just like sat there just eating it in the middle of all of them. Yeah. And he's just like, you're going about it the wrong way. You don't tell someone they're a terrible person, you know, and that they can be redeemed by some... Because it's what we were talking about the other day. If meat is murder, right? You're still a murderer when you stop.
Yeah, true. You don't
unmurderer yourself. Yeah. Like, and I know now it's a little bit different, but I kind of see it a little bit like child abuse. But most people have grown up eating meat and then make the choice later on to stop eating meat. So for all those years as a child, they were a murderer, right? By their logic.
I don't think I'd agree with that logic. I think it's more of a... Because you can't decide... You don't have agency as a child over the food you eat.
I think, in my opinion, or in my own personal childhood, I could go, I don't want to eat meat anymore, and I wouldn't have been made to.
Yeah, you could, but what if you weren't exposed to information that would inform you that...
Well, I think you are. Like, because in my school, I don't know about anyone else's school, but I could probably say for the majority of schools in Bristol, right? At some point in your primary school life, you will go on a school trip to a farm of some description, right? And you are taught how the food comes out.
It comes out
of the farm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think that's true of most schools.
True, but then also unless you're particularly...
And some kids are rightly horrified.
Yeah.
And then some kids are like...
Yeah, but unless you're particularly, I don't know, sensitive or... saying that now because I was 12 and I was vegetarian, but whatever. It's unlikely, because of how normalized it is, that you take issue with it as a child. Because you're like, well, my mum and dad served me chicken nuggets. They're not bad people. I love my mum and dad. I love chicken nuggets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's difficult, especially when children do dumb fucking shit every day.
Yeah.
They shit themselves for no reason.
I also don't like that, people say all the time, if you eat meat, you can't love animals.
I get what they're trying to say.
I don't like that. It's like, trust me, I love my dog. No one can tell me I don't love my dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, I just find that aggressive way of trying to, not aggressive in a physical sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Of trying to make people vegan, it's just really wrong way of going about it.
I think I think that's the issue. I think inherently, if you are a vegan, you're coming at the situation with a moral high ground.
Yeah.
Right? I think inherently that's true, but you can't really escape it when you're trying to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Because they're saying like, oh, hey, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
You could be better too.
Yeah.
If you want. Which I technically agree. I think people who are vegan are probably better than me because they're not contributing to the death of animals or whatever.
Better in what way?
They're not contributing to the death of animals.
Okay.
Or the systemic murder of animals, Especially like battery farms and shit like that. That's inhumane as fuck.
True.
You know what I mean?
But there are other ways to
get
but food.
Let's be honest. Me working
like that
basically...
seems like a gripe with Asda. But you could go to a farm shop.
Yeah, you could. And there's definitely more ethical ways to eat meat, definitely.
Yeah.
But then also convenience and time. I don't know if McDonald's chicken nuggets are going to be the best free-range chickens. I don't know.
Yeah. It depends, doesn't it? I don't know either.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what... I think that's part of what it is that it's so normalized that we're not trained to think critically about it.
Yeah.
Especially because if we were, everyone's like had a 12 had a course of like the systematic murder and abuse of animals is bad. Here's exactly how it's done. Here's why you should never buy chicken from Asda.
Yeah.
Right? The cheapest chicken from Asda. Then I think there probably would be more vegans. But then if they did that, major global supply chains would shut down.
Yeah.
So it has to be a drip thing to convert to vegan.
It's kind of like, so it's like with electric vehicles and being green. It's like when it becomes affordable, are people going to start saying that you're a world murderer? Because you still like driving around in your 2-litre diesel.
What would you think if someone said that?
Prat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's an education thing, just like anything. Just like anything. If we as a species will still be eating meat in 200 years, right?
I don't know if we'd be eating meat in the same way.
We will still be eating meat.
I think it would be probably maybe lab grown meat or something.
Right? So, in terms of real change, like now, it's going to be very similar for years. I think.
I think so. But let's say they made the Impossible Burger, the Impossible Beef Burger, and it tasted just like Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be your main source of meat, though?
If it was the same price.
Yeah.
and it
Well, at a
tastes
certain
just
point,
as
it's going
good.
to be below, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, even if it was below, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Because for me, as you've told you before, I don't do our shopping. So my girlfriend does the shopping, and she tries to get the best stuff for the cheapest price.
Yeah.
So yes, but that's what I mean. It would just come out of make it so it's the most attractive option. That's how you get people to do it.
Okay, let's say it's slightly, just ever so slightly worse. Worse is maybe a strong word. Ever so slightly.
It tastes worse, a little bit worse, and costs a little bit more.
No. Taste a tiny bit worse, but cost less. Like a tiny bit worse. Like, it has like a very slight, weird taste on the first bite, but then I'm over it.
I'd probably go to a special occasion kind of thing. Like, I'd probably get that as my main source of, like, burger. Yeah. Say I was to eat a burger every day, right? I'd probably I'd probably buy 6 days worth of that.
And then one worth
and then one of the other one to be like, that's my treat day.
And if it was on par, it would be 7 out of 7.
Yeah.
So in theory, next 10 years, you could be vegan.
Yeah, I could be.
That's fucking nuts.
But I'd never have to make that conscious decision. It wouldn't be an ethical argument.
It would just be a monetary.
It'd be simple economics, mate.
Yeah. If they could make Beyond Meat,
and I think that's probably right for most people.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
We're talking about people where most people don't have a lot of money. You know, like Lidl, Audi shoppers, they go there because it's dirt cheap, right? And if our fucking Lidl started delivering, I'd be shopping at Lidl, right?
Yeah.
For the same reason. So that's not a slight on people that shop at Lidl. It's just because they don't deliver, right? I would do that, but I think most people are just trying to feed their families for the cheapest amount of money, right? And if that's the cheapest amount of money, they'll buy that. You know?
What if it was half price, the price of meat? Sorry, I keep adding caveats. What if it's half the price of meat, and it tastes objectively kind of worse? Not like a little bit worse, but like half as good.
It's noticeable how...
It's like half as good as beef, but it's half the price.
I think that's where it's really at now, but it's twice as much.
Yeah.
I think you're not changing the price. You're not changing the taste, just changing the price. Probably still be meat then.
Okay.
Because this is the reason we do this podcast. I like food. Yeah, and I need my food to taste good.
Yeah.
It's an enjoy. I don't just go. I'm not the type of person that goes. I eat to sustain my living.
Okay.
I eat because I sit down at a meal and I go, this is a fucking event. I want it to taste good.
This is my final caveat. So sorry. Your doctor.
Yeah.
Goes to you, Jay.
Yeah.
You got to stop it with the burgers, mate. You got to call it. You got to call it, mate. No double cheeseburgers anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
No double cheeseburgers anymore.
Yeah.
Or else your heart's gonna go pop.
Yeah.
And the meat is the same price, but half as good. You switch it.
Yes.
Fair.
But that's just because I do that with anything.
Fair.
Because when I was getting my chest pains and they were like, how much sugar do you have? And I was just
I forgot you can't have sugar.
Yeah, and I was like, gone. Other than these.
And
but
sugary things.
The missus refuses to buy the sugar-free ones. But I would happily drink the sugar-free ones. But I don't add any sugar to anything I have anymore.
J 2032 vegan confirmed.
If in 2032 this Beyond Burger tastes just as good or close enough, and it's either the same price or cheaper, yes.
I feel like when we have after this year or at some point we should do a video of you trying the fast food replacement burgers.
We should. Can you get... I was just about... Yes, chips. I was just about to say, can you get vegan chips? Yeah, chips. Yeah. Just as long as they're not cooked in
I think that's always been like a rumour of like to fuck with your vegetarian friends.
Yeah.
Or 100%.
Well, the thing is, it's like some places like... they cook them in like fat mixed with fat that comes from the beef or fat that comes with the chicken. Like you can... I think in KFC in America you can get like the chicken fries, but they're not like fries with chicken in that they've been cooked in like chicken fat, so they wouldn't be vegan, right? But yeah, I'd very much try that. I'd have to. I guess you cook them in the same way. Like, can I grill? Can I grill a Beyond Burger?
It's basically just less dangerous, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, I'll cook, because most of my...
How much is a Beyond Burger?
Oh, probably way too much. Last time I checked, it was expensive as fuck.
Because I will buy a patty, right? At some point, and I'll do like another video on the channel of me trying this Beyond Burger.
I still think...
Or just something similar.
Yeah.
You know?
But we should definitely do a video of the fast food one.
Just the next time I drive past McDonald's, I'll go and get a mutt plant. And I'll be like, tastes like shit.
Well, KFC have one now, and possible Whopper as well.
I don't think they got chicken down, man.
I don't think they have chicken down yet.
No.
But it may shock you. I haven't told you this.
Yeah.
But most of my meals are vegetarian now, if not vegan.
Well, pasta and pesto is like your favourite meal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, vegan.
No, vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
They have Gran Padano cheese.
Yeah.
But there are some that,
cheese,
that are vegan. Yeah,
cheese. Oh, I couldn't have had cheese. That would be the biggest thing. Cheese.
If they can figure out cheese, I'm gonna go vegan much sooner. 100%.
I love cheese.
You know my favourite.
Yeah.
My favourite's pizza. I can't fuck with this vegan cheese shit, man.
It's fucked up. It's nasty. Nasty is vegan cheese. I'm sorry, vegans, but it is nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, on this, if it's cheaper, like it says it might be and might be soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
On parity by next year, most things.
Right. It's the taste that's big for me. I am not ethically against or for veganism. I am for cheaper food that tastes good. You know, and if it ends up like it is, I'm on board.
Okay, final thing. Then we can move on. Holy fucking shit! But I think this is a good topic to do.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think this is going to be the longest pod.
It might be because I have a lot of shit after this. Fuck, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, last thing. So let's say it's vegan mince.
Yeah.
That tastes completely different from meat, but it tastes fucking banging.
Yeah.
You switch it.
Say that again.
Vegan mince or vegan beef patties, right?
Yeah.
But they taste nothing like beef, but they taste fucking lit. Like they taste on par with burgers, but it's like apples and oranges, right?
Right.
But it tastes good in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Are you substituting? Or is it going to be 50-50?
I don't know. Because that's like saying anything, really, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah,
but like, I mean, like a chicken burger and a beef burger taste completely different.
Yeah.
But I still eat both of them.
True, but you would...
I haven't replaced my beef burgers just all with chicken burgers.
True, but you don't have chicken burgers like ever anyway. For the most part.
Okay, just guess. I get them at KFC.
Yeah, that's the only option. When I'm forced to, I will.
But I love beef burgers.
Yeah.
They have to taste like beef.
You love beef.
Yeah, they have to taste like beef. And it's more about the texture as well as the taste. The texture has to taste like a beef burger. It has to be chewy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think because I had the McPlant on the 6th of...
Can you get steaks? Like vegan steaks?
Don't even try it. I had one last week.
Because that is very much a texture-based food.
Completely. It's just because they can't get the center. Maybe I overcooked it.
Yeah.
But I don't think they can get the center like a medium rare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have overcooked it, so I'm not going to hold up and say that there are no good ones. But in my experience...
They taste like poo-poo
They're
caca.
poo-poo caca.
Right. So, moving on.
Whew.
Well, not moving on, actually. Just moving to my TRU FAX. Which, I can't even remember what it is. Actually, yeah, I can. Load. Have you seen this story?
Teenager... Oh, yeah. Seeks 50k from Elon Musk to delete Twitter bot tracking private jet.
Have you heard about this?
I've seen it. I've never looked deep into it.
So basically, this kid, he made a bot that tracks not only Elon Musk, but like all billionaires' private planes.
Yeah.
Right? So he's just got one. I think the Twitter handle is like, is Tesla plane bot? Something like that. And all it does is just tell you where he's going.
Elon Musk's jet.
Yeah, Elon Musk's jet. So he's like, at Elon Jet, right?
At Elon Jet.
So, and that's literally the bot. This is what the bot does.
Elon Jet sounds like
tells you where it is, and it's like landed near Harlington. Flight time 2 hours, 16 minutes.
So why does...
And he sees it, and Elon saw it as it's a risk, like a health and safety risk, because people will know where he is, right? So Elon DM'd him on Twitter and was like, I will give you $5,000 if you take this bot down. And, and the kid just went, hey, you're the richest man on the planet. He's like, you can do a lot better than $5,000. He goes, I'll take it down for 50 grand.
Yeah.
And Elon just like straight up just ignored him. So it's still on there. So it's still on there now.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Yeah, but he replied saying he would think about 50 grand.
I don't know how he did that. Is that public information? I guess...
But as you can see from here, is that because he ignored him, but then he actually in the end came back and just saying it didn't feel right to pay for this to be put down.
Bitch, little bitch.
So, but yeah, so I just thought it was hilarious. And like someone as brilliant minded as Elon in terms of engineering, he's just getting outwitted by this kid and he's just still doing it. And then it made me think, it's like, why? Why would someone spend... Because it's not just... He's done it with loads of people.
Yeah.
Like, I guess once you do it once, you only need to find the tracking of whatever it is that tracks these planes.
Technically all private jets still need to be registered in the airspace.
Yeah.
So there must be some kind of centrally held database of flights.
Yeah. So...
But
yeah, I just found it so funny. But then...
19-year-old, wow.
What I actually did was then look on Elon Musk's jet, the Twitter. And the man does not stop. Never seen anyone fly so much in my life.
Really?
Like, yeah, we'll go. Hopefully it will open. On his Twitter. So Elon Musk's jet.
Where's he been today?
So literally, 4th of February.
2 days ago.
39-minute flight. So let's go here. Oh, fuck. What am I doing? So 4th of February took off. 2nd of February landed
all in
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
Just drive, bro.
Go to Bronzeville.
You own Teslas.
First took off near Texas. February 1st, this flight, another flight. 1st of February, landed near Houston. 1st of February, this is a second flight like this now. The man flies everywhere. Everywhere, every day. No, like 2, 3, 4 flights a day. Just...
Maybe he's testing out an electric jet.
I went to Texas, Harlingen, Texas, Brownsville, Texas, Hawthorne, California, US. He flew to in the end.
I guess that makes sense. That's a long drive.
Like, look.
What the fuck?
Just
I reckon he must be testing stuff for a electric jet and just see how it feels.
Yeah, interesting stuff happening with one of our SpaceX jets. So they're tracking his SpaceX jets.
SpaceX jets.
But it just, oh my God. He just does not stop going and going and going. Yeah, so data from ADS Exchange and this guy at Jack Sweeney.
That's fucking funny as shit, man.
And I just thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, he has gone on there. And then it made me start thinking about the conversation we had about shit we'd do if we were just, like, mind-bogglingly rich.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because to Elon, when he goes, I'd think about it for 50k, that's fucking pocket change, man. You don't even have to think about that shit.
Exactly.
He just, like, even if the guy scammed him and didn't take it down, he'd be like,
yeah.
It's 50 grand, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The man's worth $1 trillion.
Yeah.
You know? And I just think, like, the amount of stuff that you could either, like, request be put down or, like, stuff would just be like, look, I'll give you this amount of money. This is why I like our justice system better than America's justice system.
Right.
Where, like, the victim has to press charges, otherwise nothing ever goes anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, in America.
Yeah.
But in England, if a crime is reported, that's it, the ball's rolling.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Even if the victim's like, I don't want you to prosecute, it's done. It's done. You know, they'll just prosecute anyway. You know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but in America, this is why you see, like, people settling out of court
Yeah.
and stuff, and they're like, I don't want this to go to court. I'll give you $10 million just to make this fucking go away. Literally paying yourself out of criminal activity just feels wrong to me. Like, wrong in so many ways, you know?
It's pretty weird.
And this is why I'm always skeptical about big crime stories when people are like, I'm accusing you of this.
Yeah.
Because, like, so much shit can be going on money-wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just thought
That's pretty funny.
that was funny.
Have you... I won't say anything about whether or not Elon Musk is a good guy or a bad guy or whatever.
Yeah.
I know he's divisive. But his Twitter account is fucking fire. It's the memes, top quality.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he is a polarizing figure nowadays, isn't he?
Yeah.
Elon.
I think anyone who is a billionaire is a polarizing figure these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter how they're a big billionaire.
Yeah. Trillionaire in Elon's case.
Yeah, that's yeah. Why?
Imagine making PayPal and then ended up where he is now.
It's pretty nuts.
Pretty crazy. Anyway, Mystery Link, it's my emotions.
I don't remember any of these.
Emotions.
My
Well, both of
emotions.
these are Zack's.
Yes.
So, should we go in chronological?
Yeah, go for it.
What's Mystery Link A? It's a Reddit post. This good boy lives on Reddit.
Yes, sir.
I hate Reddit. Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
Why is it doing this, Zach?
I thought it'd be easier, bro. I don't know.
I hate Reddit.
Why do you hate Reddit?
Can you just put the story in like a note?
Oh!
Car companies stand to make billions by charging you monthly fees for add-on features like heated seats.
I was gonna go to the link to the website, but you have to disable your ad block to do that, so no.
Dark.
Yeah.
So, car companies stand to make billions by charging you monthly fees. How would they do? I guess that by software?
So, it would be installed.
Yeah.
But you can't use it
unless
you're paying the monthly fee.
No, never. That's never.
You say that, right?
No.
Remember when DLC first came out for games?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, this is unacceptable, no one could ever do this.
It still is unacceptable.
Like, even RB and the Chief were like, would you ever pay for DLC? Like,
maps.
Who doesn't have $5?
Buying Call of Duty maps, I think was the first big one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the map pack for Halo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big team battles as well, yeah. And people were like, this is never going to happen, this is awful, let's boycott this. Look at where we are today.
This ain't never happening.
I don't know. I think it might happen. I don't think it's
because it would be like counterproductive, because you could go to the car manufacturer and they'd be like, it's got heated seats but you have to pay monthly, and it's like, yeah, but you've probably added on manufacturing costs to put a fucking thing in the first place. I'll be like, just leave it out.
Yeah, but
take it out of my car.
I'm guessing it's for like leasing companies.
Yeah.
If you lease a car and you don't want to
I can understand it from like a taxi point of view. Say you got like a taxi and you're like, I want fucking heated seats. You just like add it onto your bill.
True. I mean, it's. I reckon it's gonna be used, but very, very uncommon. I think. I would hope. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm skeptical about this. I don't think. No. I'm going no.
No. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it'll be a little bit.
I'm definitely going. No.
It's just funny to think of like YouTube tutorials of how to crack your car so your balls can be warm.
How to crack your car.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
Right. So you're going yes. You think this is gonna be
a little bit, not very much.
A little bit. What, like a 40% yes?
No, like 20%. Yes.
No, 20% yes. I'm going 100%.
No.
Nope. Definitely not. No. Nope. Nope. Right. Mystery Link B is. More than 1,000 Dutch residents plan to throw rotten eggs at Jeff Bezos' super yacht if it ends up forcing a historic bridge to be dismantled for it to pass through. Fuck me.
How do you feel about that? I've interesting things on this one.
Fucking hell, that is next level. I think I'm a god shit, innit? Fucking hell. It's like, I've bought a car so big, you're going to have to make all your roads bigger. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. It's funny though. It's because it's kind of ironic, isn't it? It's because taxpayers' money will have to pay for the bridge to be changed.
No,
but Amazon doesn't pay tax.
Jeff has already offered to pay for all of the works and then some.
Different. So they're coming from it as it's a historic bridge. We don't want it changed. Kind of thing.
So how do you feel about that?
Still on their side, really.
Yeah. I think...
I like historic. I like old shit. I like old buildings.
I like
old buildings filled with new shit.
100%. That's
you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a line for life. That's a rule for life, right?
You know, because I always say to Rick, I want to, like... We've had the conversation there. I like living in this house because it's an old building. So, all the walls are brick. Ceilings are high. All that good shit about living in an old house. But, like, I don't want to fill it with old furniture. I'd have, like... fucking floor to ceiling TV screen like on one wall. That's what I'd be like.
I have old stuff. I like, you know, those like dimpled sofas.
Yeah,
leather. That is.
That's what eventually is going where he's sitting.
Really,
eventually is a leather. They're called a Leatherman.
A
Leatherman armchair.
Very nice.
And that would be going right there.
But
I'm still trying to decide whether I want black, brown, or like a dark red.
I'd go brown all the way. Brown's classic.
Brown's classic
for that kind of thing. What was the... I need to remember that line. I like old houses filled with new shit.
Yeah, I like old houses filled with new shit.
Yeah, old shit filled with old
I'm on the side of the citizens in this, but throwing rotten eggs ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, I have a because on the fucking.
Because Jeff will be like, wherever he is, will be like, look, I'm not gonna do something. The problem is people with power have money. No one in power has no money. It's the correlation between power and the people that have it. They're usually rich.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, right? So if Jeff wants this to happen, it'll happen.
I think so too. I think, let's say, because once again, I've already made my opinion clear about what I think about historic things.
Yeah.
If it was like a museum or something, or like a Greek statue that was made in BCE, right? Fair enough. It's a fucking bridge. I don't give a fuck. But also, I understand, like, not to kowtow to Bezos, because I don't like Bezos as a person for reasons beyond the fact that he's just a billionaire.
But,
right?
but an Amazon package comes to your house almost every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Same as me.
Yeah, but like that's really interesting. What point do you become part of the problem of the system? I don't know.
We're already there, mate.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
We're already there.
But yeah, I'm like, if Jeff was like, Deutschland, I will pay you.
That's Germany. This is Dutch.
Deutschland.
Netherlands is the word.
Man, after we finished last week's podcast, I was proper sad. I was like, they've done a brain transplant. Right? What the fuck am I talking about? What the fuck is wrong with me? I was tired. Anyway, just know I know how fucking stupid that is. Okay. If he was like, "Oi, Dutchland, I'll pay you, let's say, cool $500 million.
Yeah.
I'll completely pay for the adjustments to the bridge. And you can use that for your society. An injection of $500 million.
Big amount of money.
I'd be like, yeah, sound. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Pros outweigh the cons. If you hate the cunt, fair enough. Take his money.
Whoa. First C-bomb on the pod.
Oh, shit. If you hate the chum...
If you hate the scoundrel.
I think there are levels of... But then I guess you could argue you're part of the problem that he's creating, but why not take away some of his power and put it to good use?
Yeah, I'm with the citizens, but... Because the thing is, it's just saying that he's going to pay for the bridge.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. If it's just that, I'd probably...
Because it's like, well, fucking obviously.
Yeah, I'd be like,
because you're changing it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not giving anything back.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, literally, like, no fucking shit. It's like someone coming up to you, I don't know, just like going, I want to put my car here, but I'm going to do you a favour. I'm going to paint lines. Like, well, fucking obviously.
I take this piece of land.
Yeah, like, just, but, yeah, if he was like, as you say, he was like, I'm going to do the bridge, but also... the area needs a little bit of work. I'll give you some money so you can renovate the entire area of this town, you know, to how you want.
Completely revamp it.
Yeah, the only thing I request is that the
bridge
is made a little bit bigger so I can go through.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's completely fine.
I think that's fine, but that's not what he's asking.
No, I don't think so.
You know?
Yeah, he'd just pay for the works, that's it, I think.
Yeah. Which is stupid because he could easily.
What's the minimum that you would say, let's do it? If you were the Dutch government.
Yeah.
And Bezos is like, I'll give you a cool 50 mil, how about that?
We've both been to Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
Both been in Weesp. Fucking beautiful place.
Oh my god.
With loads of bridges. So I'm just placing it in that brain space, right?
True.
It's a beautiful fucking place, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's like, can I fuck with it? Just so I can get my yacht through.
True. I guess the manner of the works are important too.
Yeah.
Like if he could do it in a way that's just like, I'll add like a tiny little crease here.
Yeah.
Barely noticeable, it means it can flap up.
Yeah.
That's cool. But if you're like, I have to turn it into like this metal weird fucking thing, that's a different story too.
I'd be like, look, we're going to need a big amount because we're going to need to get an architect in that can not only make the bridge bigger, but keep intact the aesthetic that makes Weesp the beautiful place it is. Right? So it's a big endeavour. So I'd be like, look, the bridge alone is going to cost like 10 million. That's it. I don't know how much it
we're
would cost.
throwing a number.
Yeah, throwing just random money. 10 million. But the space around it's going to have to change. I'm like, you got to drop 10 times that. You know what I mean?
So 100 mil is the let's say it is 10 mil.
Yeah.
100 mil's the littlest you'll consider.
Yeah.
Fair.
And I'd be like, or you can park your fucking boat somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he'd be like, and then he'd go talk to his advisor and be like, can we do 100 mil? And he'd turn around and go, bro, you made 100 mil whilst we've been having this conversation. You know what I mean? What are you stressing about? You know?
Yeah, it's fucked.
But yeah, I think I'm with the residents on this. I'm with the residents on this as long as the story is exactly what it is, as in he's only interested in paying for the bridge.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right? So if he is like, I'll renovate everywhere, then a little bit different. So next up, we got a new segment.
This is gonna
shortest ever segment.
This is my
ever.
My favorite thought that's popped into my brain.
Favorite thought, right? Okay.
So basically,
Yeah.
I have a lot of tiny thoughts that are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And I have no outlet to share it to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I've talked to you about some in the past of just how my brain works sometimes.
Yeah.
And how I don't think other people think the same way. So it could be like literally one sentence, and you're like, lol, that's funny, and then we're done with this segment.
Okay.
Do you have anything for this segment as well?
No.
Because it could be like pet peeves as well.
Well, I have fucking tons of pet peeves, but
Bugbears,
I'm not sure I could only talk about them for a second.
Okay, one, right?
Yeah.
Fucking heart rate monitors on fucking TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
Where it's static and it's like, oh, that's cool. They're not obviously not hooked up to the person. Fair enough. I don't think you need to go that far. Although it would be pretty easy just to put the fucking clip on his finger, but whatever.
It would, yeah.
And it stays the same. No, he was sleeping, it was 84. He was screaming, it was 84. It fucking bugged me a lot. Same thing with coffee cups. Other people have seen this as well. You ever seen like coffee and it's just like, there's clearly nothing in that coffee cup.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying shit.
Yeah. I've actually got one.
Yeah?
And along these lines, right?
Yeah, hit me.
I hate it. Me and Mrs. talk about it all the time. Watch a program.
Yeah.
When they sit down, like a group of people sit down for a meal.
Yeah.
They all just play with the food.
Oh,
They just get the fork and they move the stuff on the plate side to side. No one ever puts anything in their mouth.
Oh, no.
And they go to. The best bit is, they try and get around it by what they do is the person who's about to speak, they make them bring something to their mouth.
Yeah.
So then they have to put it down to talk. So it looks like they've been in the process
Why would you tell
of
me
eating.
this?
Just next time you watch it, it is horrible, mate. And you're just like, how hard is it just to put fucking chips on a plate and just sit there and nom some chips?
I guess the issue with that is, you're right, it does break the immersion. I really respect when... I kind of knew it, but I never really had the thought, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's never been told to me. But I guess it makes sense in terms of, like, hot set, you can't have no chips, and then some chips, and then medium chips. But yeah, that's going to fuck me off now.
Mate, trust me.
That's annoying.
Every single time, me or Ruth will go, they hadn't ate a single thing on there. And like, the scene could last like 10 minutes, and no one's at anything. You know, it's like, but yeah,
It's
that would
funny.
be my one.
I think in cartoons they do it, but they are even worse.
Yeah.
So like I'm imagining now, once again, I can't see things in my head, but I'm imagining kind of now, right? I remember in Simpsons, they'd eat like a piece of mashed potato, but the mound of mashed potato would be the same.
Yeah, just in the same bit, the
and
loop
the
of the
exact same
animation.
movement. So it's like, okay, fair enough. You bitch.
There's one very similar to that in Dragon Ball Z. Any time that Goku's eating rice, you know, he always piles loads of dishes next to him. If you watch it, he goes, puts it, but the dish doesn't join like the group of dishes,
right?
So the dish tower stays exactly the same, but he's there just going and putting it back up, and it's just still the same. But yeah, next time you watch a show and they're eating, just keep an eye on the food, and it will just ruin immersion for you.
Oh, great!
But that was the shortest ever.
I have one other thing.
One other thing. Go.
The shortest. Basically, do you ever drive when you're driving a car, right?
I do that occasionally. Yeah.
And even if it's manual or automatic, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever pretend you have a Tesla? In terms of, right, I'll align the wheel to just above a certain point where I can feel it, like, set. And I'll have, like, a road ahead of me, and there's a slight bend. But I've set it so the wheel will automatically move to match the bend, and I'll accelerate. So I'm pretending I have Tesla autopilot.
No, but I've never killed anyone on the road either. So, no.
No, but it's
I drive
safe.
no-handed, like loads.
What do you mean?
Because my car sounds big-headed, but my car's good, right?
Yeah, sure.
So the tracking's well done.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm on a straight road, I won't need to put my hand on the steering wheel.
Yeah, do you like to pretend that you have like autopilot?
So I just go.
Do you like to pretend that you have autopilot?
Yeah, and I'm just sat there. It's
Yeah,
like, this is good shit.
Yeah, I have that.
You know?
Mine's a bit more, my tracking.
Mine's
shit.
more like I pretend that I'm telekinetic and I can control the car with my mind.
That's pretty fun. Does anyone else do this? Because I feel like it's something I do a fair amount. Like, especially because I know my car so well. My car.
Yeah.
The car I drive so well.
He doesn't have a car.
I don't have a car. the car I drive so well, like, it can be like a small bend. I'm like, if I place it exactly here, as I accelerate, it's gonna move and take the bend perfectly. I'm like, yeah.
So, we good?
Yeah, we good.
So that was the shortest ever segment ever. Next up, we have... Oh, I didn't fucking put anything in.
You can rewind it and put it
in. No. I actually remember... the image isn't there, but I know what it was going to be.
That's fine.
And it was... Robots.
Robots?
Robots.
As in, like, Tesla bot robots?
Yeah, as in any bots.
Any bots.
Because we were talking about the...
Tesla bot.
No, we were talking about Tesla bot. On the last pod, we spoke about the surgery bot.
Yes.
And then it made me start thinking about robotics in general. And the amount of time for this one is 25 years.
Okay.
So a quarter century. Where do we think robotics will be?
You said quarter century to make it sound big. I think, honestly...
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be much further at all.
What, from where we are right at this moment?
Other than Elon's Tesla bots.
Yeah.
Which I think will be, once again, I think he's going to release them. And they're going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to do tasks that can be easily done. They're not going to be making cups of tea and shit.
Yeah.
Or folding laundry.
They're not going to be making cups of tea.
They're going to be like, I can't lift this thing. Can you help me lift this thing? And take it upstairs. I think that's all they're going to be good for.
See, I think that's more difficult than getting them to make a cup of tea.
I don't think so. Because that's gross motor movement. You pick up a box, you place it down, that's gross.
Yeah, but why can't you just have a bot that's dedicated to making a cup of tea?
What, like an entire bot that's dedicated?
Yeah. Cup of tea bot.
I think there are too many...
Tea bot.
There are too many moving parts, and there's too many specifics that we'd have to train the bot to do.
No, because literally
Yeah, but how much milk do you want? And how much does your missus want?
But think about it.
How much sugar?
Think about it, right?
I'm thinking about it.
Cost of fucking vending machine.
Yeah.
It's basically a tea-bot already, it just don't have arms.
I mean, I guess, but it's so
You just give an arm to grab a cup, put the cup down, fills it all up, and it passes it to you.
It's gigantic, and you still have to fill it up with, like...
But that's just a size issue, right? And we were talking about the phones last time. Phones used to be like this, used to be like this big. Then they started being this big, and now they're getting to about this big again.
Yes, for the house, yeah.
And that was over a 25-year period.
Interesting, that's over 25 years.
Just thinking to the madness, you know what I mean? So you dead set, you don't think it's going to be any, or not much different than now?
I think some people, in the next 25 years,
yeah.
I think, it's weird considering my other takes on like phones and shit, but I think it's going to be glacially slow.
Yeah.
Like, I think Tesla bot's going to come out, and it's going to be for like workers and like warehouse workers and stuff, more commercial based.
It's very interesting, because you can contrast this with Zack's prediction that 5 years from now, because it was 7 years when he said it last time, we have self-driving cars.
To be fair, Elon, right? Fuck you, Elon, right? Because he's promised driving cars in like the next year 14 times. I'm not even joking.
Not that. It's the argument we had originally. It's regulation. It's not the technology.
I think
it's regulation.
I think it's a bit of both. Because like I've watched interviews with Elon and other manufacturers talking about like wireless driving.
Yeah.
What was it?
Driverless.
Autonomous driving, right? Driverless
driving,
cars. Yeah. Fuck me. And they're like, the key problem is, if it would be trivial if all like paths and
we're all the same, yeah.
Everything was actually worked. So if stop signs were there and road markings were there all the time, it would be trivial. It would be nothing, right? Yeah. You just have the camera, spin it around, make it identify markers, and act in certain ways, right?
Yeah.
But the issue is, like, especially in England, holy fuck. We're not in England, we're not going to have self-driving for a while. In America, they're going to have it before us. 100%. Yeah.
Well, we've both, bring it back to the other thing, both been to the Netherlands. The roads over there are fucking quality.
They're fucking tasty.
And, like, there's no fucking, like, litter or anything. There's nothing.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
So you reckon glacial speed?
Glacial speed. I reckon maybe we might have small make tea thingies. Yeah. I think we kind of have that now. We have like coffee pod machines and stuff.
That's what I was saying. You were saying it's more likely they'll be able to help you up fucking stairs
well,
than make you a cup of tea.
Not necessarily you, but Okay, sure. I'll walk back the old make a cup of tea, but I was thinking more in terms of like a bot, as in like a humanoid bot doing
As in
nothing.
like a assistant.
Just like it's more of a fucking
A nanny bot.
a nanny bot. I think Tesla bots are going to be used in like commercial spaces before anything else. Of like, oh, I don't have to hire warehouse workers anymore. I can just have this robot move this from point B to point A without risk of injury. You know what I mean? But in terms of like other robotics, I don't think we're going to see much. I can't imagine. Why? What do you think?
I think, right, that in 25 years, like somewhere in between there, like, you know, right now they've got those bots, the 4-legged bots that they've controlled.
The
they
actually
look
from
like
Boston Robotics.
and they look like they walk really well. They can't be pushed over, all that kind of stuff.
Kind of adorable in a weird way.
Yeah, weirdly. I reckon that in 25 years we may have something like that, and I think it definitely will be 4-legged, just for balancing issues and stuff. As like a around the house helper bot, like you could be like, say, it's sat there, you could just be like, be a coffee table, and it'll just stand there and be a coffee table, and you put your tea down, and then you could put your tea on it, right, and then you walk out into the next room and it just follows you, but it's got your coffee on the fucking bot, and it just follows you around.
I don't think so.
Because following you around's easily done.
Yeah.
Like, cameras do it now. I remember I used to have a Logitech webcam that had things and it would just track me. Like, you can set up the fucking handheld camera thing. What's it called? Gimbal.
Gimbal. Yeah.
You can set the gimbal to follow you. You can just start,
and drones can follow you now.
Yeah.
And they have suitcases that follow you.
And just walk. And it already has the technology in it, just like any smart vacuum cleaner does, to avoid obstacles in your house. So it'll follow you.
My smart vacuum it more hits into
No,
obstacles.
but we're talking about 25 fucking years more advanced, right?
I don't think so. I don't think
the vacuum's ability to traverse an obstacle is vastly lower than this bot. This bot, like, if you got a sock on the floor, the vacuum's going to fuck up. But if you got a sock on the floor, the fucking bot's just going to stand over it. Just track over it. But I think stuff like that, and like, be able to go, put this can in the fridge, and it'll go, because it'll have mapped out your house. Like, when you first buy it, say you bought it, right?
So it has these like tiny little mechanical arms as well that can do things.
Yeah, so you first buy it, get out of the box, and it's like, right, collaboration, right? Collaboration? No, that's the wrong one.
Calibration.
Right?
Yeah.
Calibration. And you go, right, take it into the kitchen. And you go, right, take it to the fridge, take it to the cooker, take it to the door, do a walk round. And you go, do a walk round the house. So it maps everything, right? And then you can be like, right, put stuff in the fridge. And then what it may do is, when you first have to buy it, your fridge got to be empty. Because then it can then save in its memory bank quadrants of the fridge. So it can go, and then it'll be easy. You go, hey dog, what's in the fridge? And it'd be like, in the left-hand side of the fridge is milk.
You fucking gone off.
How much milk have we got?
Dirty bitch.
And then it can even, because it can read the things, and it'd be like, you need to buy some milk, Jamie. You know, it's going out of date on the 9th of December.
Your milk's fucking chunky, son.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I reckon there's going to be stuff like that. But I don't think it's going to be affordable enough for the average consumer. I think rich people will have them. But I think then another 25 more years on top of that,
it'll be normal,
where it'll be able for people to have it.
I think in 25 years,
yeah,
I don't see the market for it unless they can make them fucking tasty, like proper tasty.
There will be an Amazon Alexa which can walk around in 25 years inside your house.
I don't think so. Just because I don't see the market for it. You said
Alexa, shut up.
Just because I don't think there's a market for it. Like, I wouldn't want, like, especially if, as more and more people are, like, in the housing crisis, right? Are, like, going into smaller and smaller spaces.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford large spaces.
Makes the robot easier to traverse your room.
Yeah, but it's going to be in the way.
I'm going full. I reckon the movie WALL-E.
Yeah.
Good prediction of how humanity is going to be, mate. Good prediction.
I think.
Like, this is what I mean about. You're saying that, yeah? But in 25 years, that's why I think it would be really popular with rich people, because our houses are fucking huge.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yo, let's just call it dog. Yo, dog. And the dog's like, yes. Because it's going to be British. It's going to be British, right?
Yes.
And
bark.
It'll be like, in the theatre room, did I leave my glasses on the shelf? And then it'll go, searches memory banks for images from the last time it was in there. And if it hadn't seen them, we go, I'll go and check. And then just come. And then what you could have is like your Apple Watch just pings and it's the dog. And it's like, I'm in the theatre room. Your glasses are indeed on the shelf. Do you want me to bring them back? Yes. Or you just say yes to your watch. And then it comes walking in. And the glasses are over in its little fucking... Because I'm imagining this thing is like, looks like the Boston Dynamics dog, but it's got like little fucking T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just holding your glasses in his hand, like, and it's just like, you just grab them. And then... I think
you're way off.
Because I reckon it'll be like I said, I reckon you could use it as if it was a piece of furniture. That just moves around with you. You know, so like, it could have extendable legs. So like, it could have a little coffee table, it could have like this side table or like fucking up here, and it just fucking strolls around with you.
Like a portable table as well.
Yeah, you know, and you could have it just, you go, dog set to follow mode, and it just fucking follows you around.
I don't think so.
You know?
I don't know
walk
why.
around the house with it.
I don't know
as long
why.
as it's got enough battery.
Yeah.
You know? Just like, and go take your robot table for a walk. But that's where I think. So you think fucking miles from
I
that.
think fucking miles and miles. Because I don't think there's...
I forgot to not swear on the pod. Again. You
need to add it. Like right after this.
Don't swear.
To the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a market. I think there's going to be way more adoption of like a Tesla bot because it can do things that we want it to do for another person to do, especially for like lonely people. Like, give me a back massage.
Yeah, but I can't do that. I told you it's got little arms. It's even got the table. You lie on the fucking dog, and the arms come up the side.
I think you're way overestimating. I think you're going crazy now.
No, I don't think that will be in it. I just think that idea will be a reality in some way.
I think it's going to be much more iRobot, less dog robot.
I don't think so. Because of the uncanny valley, I don't think they'll be humanoid.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have them have faces.
I don't think they'll be humanoid, the bots. I don't think they will be. Because I think it's easier to code walking with 4 legs for balance issues.
Sure, I think it's going to be closer to TARS than anything else.
Like you've seen, like on the videos, it gives you like a sense of like, oh, why'd they do that? Because you've seen them like kick the Boston Robotics, haven't you? They kick them and they stay up, and you're like, why is he kicking the fucking dog?
Yeah.
And you feel bad for this machine. It's not even live, but it's like they kick them. That's going to be a whole lot harder to do that with a 2-legged robot.
Yeah, I guess. Unless they have like supremely weighted feet, like fucking heavy boots.
You know, I just think, yeah. And the thing is, there's also the danger. Say you got the bot and it's walking around, right? And you have a power cut and it runs out of battery, right? The Boston Dynamics one with 4 legs, it's just going to stand there and just be a table. Yeah. Once it runs out of battery, it's just a table. The 2-legged one runs out of battery mid-step, fucks over, destroys itself and whatever it lands on.
I think the timescale's way too big. I don't think it's going to be remotely close to that. I think if anything, it's going to be the time. Because I can't... No, you got me thinking. I don't think so.
I think that's where I'm going with it anyway. But we need to move on.
Sure. I
mean, so you think nothing, real change. No real change at all.
Episode 5.
Yeah. Fuck. Ignore that bit. I think so. You think no change?
I think very little. I think at best you're gonna have tables that can do things, but they're not gonna be walking around.
Bullshit. No.
Bullshit.
Okay, we'll move on now. So
interesting though.
Yeah. I just hope 1, we're alive, and 2, we remember we had this conversation in 25 years when my dog Henry comes and gives you a cup of tea. So made us laugh, and we got a few links
we got 2 bonuses.
Yeah, because I added another one.
Oh, very
just
nice.
Before. So we'll start with Zachariah's.
Classic. Oh, so this one's gonna be a video.
So this is a video, guys. Does it have audio?
It does have audio.
So listeners, you'll be able to... not buy for now. No. I was about to say.
Obama. Oh, wait, no.
You haven't changed your link.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'll refresh. Maybe it's doing the thing again. You know where it just.
I can add it now. Anyway.
It's okay.
Or maybe it's the wrong one, so I might put mine in yours.
Let's try. Does that look different?
It's about the same, to be fair.
No, it's still.
Oh, bro,
it's
hang
still
on.
that.
I'll...
Whilst you edit it, we'll do mine because I know I changed mine, or I think I did. Yeah. So, Florida man shoots his own windows out 11 times in road rage incident.
What the fuck?
There is a video for this, but it has like zero audio.
What the fuck? Sorry.
It has like zero audio. So, audio description. You ready?
Yep.
So, audio description. Guy is just driving down and he's just experienced road rage with someone. You can see him. He tells him to go fuck himself, right? So, you think it's like this black truck behind him.
Yeah.
And he's a firefighter dude. And he just pulls the fucking glove box open.
Bruh.
Fucking loaded pistol in there. And it's like a Glock. It's like a fucking Glock, mate. And you think how pissed you get in road rage shit? Watch this. A fucking black car comes up beside him. The black car's behind him. Comes up beside him, right? He's on his way. And then just watch this. This is fucking madness. So yeah, for you who are listening at home, the person he was having road rage with, he literally pulls up beside him to go past him, and the guy just unloads 11 bullets out of his car at this just random car he's had road rage with, and just destroys nearly every single one of his windows, right, in his own car. But yeah, his lawyer has said that the guy thought he heard the other car shoot at him.
The driver of the other vehicle who survived admitted throwing a water bottle at It seems like a reasonable reaction.
Threw a water bottle at him. He took that as a gunshot.
Oh my god.
Or he says. And then he just started fucking firing bullets at the poor bugger.
Do you reckon he got his license to carry a gun revoked?
Fucking hope so. Jesus.
I love how he realizes midway through it's a terrible idea. He's like, oh, what the fuck am I doing?
It's just mad, isn't it? You changed this link yet?
No, I have to find it. Why isn't it coming up?
Let's go to your bonus one then. What's your bonus one, Zocky?
I don't know, but...
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if it has audio.
It doesn't. It's a monkey holding hands with someone. I've seen this video so many times. Fucking freaks out, don't they?
It's just a little second
I've seen that one before. The one with the audio is the best because the girl, when she turns around, the woman's like, oh, because he doesn't react first of all, does it? And he's just like, motherfucker. That's quality. Oh. But yeah, and then my bonus one is actually a story time.
A story time?
A story time, yeah. So I'm going to bring up the actual page, but then I'm going to read the story to you. So the headline is, Dear Deirdre, I gave my husband COVID after having lots of sex with my work colleague. Right? So, this is a Dear Deirdre. In England, this is actually the Scottish Sun, but we have so it's like a not a mystic Meg, like an agony aunt. Yeah. And the Sun's one is Dear Deirdre, right?
Okay.
So, Dear Deirdre, I gave my husband COVID after having a brief fling with another man. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive myself. My husband became so sick he was nearly admitted to hospital. I keep bursting into tears when I think we could have lost him. I'm 34, he is 37, we have 2 children, aged 8 and 4. When a co-worker started flirting with me, I was flattered. The guy's 3 years younger than me and really good looking. He showed me more interest than my husband had in years. I had got used to my husband always choosing to play or watch football over spending time with me.
Classic.
We hardly had sex and rarely even spoke. One evening, during a work night out, my colleague asked, when are you going to put me out of my misery then? When are we going to have sex? I was taken aback, but after a few more drinks, I whispered, let's make it tonight. We snuck off early and went back to his flat. It wasn't the best sex, as we were both very drunk, but I didn't feel guilty at all. Especially when I got home and my husband was snoring on the sofa. Like, that's a bad thing. Like,
Yeah.
He's asleep on the sofa. My colleague and I carried on sneaking back to his for sex whenever we could. Then just before Christmas, my lover called in sick the day after we had a session at his flat. A session. He texted me, sorry, I just tested positive for COVID, terrible headache. I tested positive 3 days later, but was asymptomatic. Then 4 days later, my husband tested positive. I was worried as he'd only had one vaccination. He went downhill quickly. He had a terrible headache and repetitive cough. But as the days went on, he started to struggle with his breathing. I was terrified. The doctor was calling us daily to check on him. Luckily, he rallied and was back on his feet in time for New Year. I've put a stop to my affair, but now I'm wondering if I should come clean so that we can have a totally fresh start. Now this is the bit that made me laugh and made me cry at the same time. So this is Deirdre. This is a person that you call for advice, right? And I want your take on whether you think this is good advice or right.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is
Deirdre.
Okay.
Deirdre says, I'm so pleased that you have been given a second chance.
Right.
Admitting your affair may relieve you of guilt, but will simply pass the pain to your husband. As you are sure you don't want to stray again, put your energies into making your marriage work. That means talking honestly to your husband about how you feel. Ask him what changes he would like to bring you closer, and you must also see you need to make adjustments if you're going to get back on track. So basically, don't tell him the truth. What's your opinion?
Just fucking sad. It's just...
That is her calling for advice, and their advice is to lie. Or to just keep lying. Or just... Yeah.
I mean, you get what you pay for when you ask for advice in the sun.
In the sun, yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. If one, don't cheat.
No, just don't.
Two, if you do, just fess up, because clearly you didn't. I hate the idea that
it is also
the frame.
Even if you don't. No. It's like if you are tempted to cheat, you probably shouldn't be in the relationship you're in.
Yeah.
If you're even tempted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You probably shouldn't be. Because it's different being in a relationship, seeing a girl and going, fit. To talking to that person's like, want to come back to mine, boom. And you go, do I?
Yeah.
You'd
be asking that question.
If you're asking the question, something's wrong already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hate the idea that I see these all the time, because like there are like relationship things on Reddit and stuff as well. And it's like, my husband does X, Y, and Z, so I cheated on him. I'm like, there's a step before that.
There's a step before that. You're forgetting the most important one.
There are two steps. Communicate to your partner. And if that doesn't work, peace out.
Peace out. Yeah. Because it brought it to attention because my girlfriend always worries about it, right? Because she works in a place that is like majority women.
Yeah.
Right? Or did. It's in her old place of work.
Yeah.
And literally all of the people in there either said that their spouses had cheated, or they wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Bruh.
And it just made her sad.
Is that like, do you reckon that's like an old person thing? Or
Well, they were ranging from like 30 to 60. You know? So what, the average age of marriage nowadays is about 30, right?
Didn't they also tell her that she was like, oh, your boyfriend's definitely...
Yeah, because it came about because just being the absolute fucking legend that I am, I sent her flowers, but to her work. Like, as a surprise one day.
Yeah.
And their initial reaction to the flowers arriving weren't, oh, they're nice flowers. It was, what did he do?
Oh dear.
And we was like, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, he's done something if he's sent you flowers. So she called me and she's like, thank you very much for the flowers, blah, blah. And then she said, the girls were like, what have you done? I was like, I fucking done anything. I just thought it was nice. You know what I mean? But then it became apparent that the headspace for the majority of people is, what did he do wrong? And like literally every one of them was either, yes, my husband / partner / fiance has cheated in the past, or they wouldn't be surprised if they hadn't, they just don't know about it.
It's just sad.
Which is just really sad. Like,
so
to me, because I
sad.
just wouldn't even... It wouldn't cross my mind
Do you reckon
in any way.
It's an older person thing? Like, because they're like 30, 40, 50. Like, it was maybe like the norm. Like, oh, my husband's a business professional?
My husband's a business professional. He goes on business meetings and business get-togethers.
Because, like, I don't know. I like to think there's a higher standard now.
Yeah. I don't think there is. I think there's a worse standard. Because of, like,
I'm thinking about it now.
And shit.
I'm thinking back to, like, uni and shit.
Yeah, I think there's a worse standard. But yeah, I thought that was a funny story, but funny in a sad way.
A barber I used to go to, they were like, just casually. Yeah. I'm not sure if everyone was like in on a joke.
Yeah.
Or if it's genuinely how they felt, or people just reacted the way people thought they wanted to hear. It's like, so you're like, they were having a conversation next to me. Oh, so your missus away this week then? I was like, yeah. You got anyone on standby? I was like, it's just like casual shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like, no.
It's just bizarre.
No. Because firstly I was reading it and I was just like, what a C word about a woman, right?
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, oh, Deirdre's just going to be like, come clean
yeah.
and end the relationship. But no, I was just like, oh my days. And then it made me think, I wonder what the reaction would be if it was the other way round.
As in, like, if, oh, my husband cheated on me.
Yeah.
What should I do?
You know?
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Possible double standards there.
Have you put yours in now?
Yes.
It's a YouTube link, and you haven't linked it because you're
Mate,
a bloody
I had
spud.
to do it at the same time.
You are a spud.
I had to share it a bit there.
Working. Why did it not copy? Working with amateurs.
Shit PC, mate.
Shit PC, mate. Shit PC, mate.
Are you still in the honeymoon phase, by the way?
The honeymoon phase has never ended, mate. This PC.
Alright.
How did I know this was coming? Right, so this is Zack's thing that made him laugh.
Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
It's funny, because every time I watch it, it's just the whole... It's never been more real. Because Shocker just isn't... He's fucking frozen with fear. He can't speak. He can't say... He's just trying to get away from Spider-Man.
Because that's towards the end. I remember this because I watched that cartoon as a kid. Because that's his black Spider-Man suit and it's the aggression that he gets from the Venom symbiote. Yeah. And why is bad stuff so good?
Wait. Where's my bonus one?
We did your bonus one.
What was it?
It was... This.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, silly.
I've forgotten it already.
But yeah, that show was riddled with stuff like that.
It's fucking tremendous. I love it.
And what makes me laugh is because obviously I've done voice work in the past, and I think about what he would have been like in like the studio whilst he's doing it.
Yeah.
I go, Shocker!
You can't run from me!
I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
I like to think that he like just lost out on like a dramatic role because he's a cartoon. He's like these motherfuckers.
He's there going. They told me I was going to be Spider-Man, not just fucking voice Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But anyway, that brings us to the end of the podcast. I thought that was a decent podcast.
That was a good one.
Longest podcast ever.
Wow.
Yeah, we're coming up to an hour and 3/4. It's been good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you. It's about a thank you for coming, but you're always going to be here. Be a bit weird, just me here for an hour and a half, just talking to myself.
You're right.
Would be strange.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, because, as I keep telling Zack, we do actually have 6 or 7 loyal, audible listeners every week on Anchor that just listen on Anchor.
I forgot we had this on Anchor.
Yeah, and Apple Podcasts, so either one. They're coming from there, but they only listen audibly. So thank you very much for you guys as well. Yeah. But also for our watchers. Thank you very much, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.